What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so in this particular video, I want to address a question that a subscriber asked me, and the question was basically, despite public perception that the Phoenix Suns are a super team, the Kevin Durant Phoenix Suns team is a super team, are the Boston Celtics now, in their current form, and the Milwaukee Bucks more of a super team than Phoenix, but because of narratives and perception, we just sort of give them teams a pass? And I thought about this. And I don't know if you have the same opinion as I do. Maybe I'm being biased. To an extent, I think that's true. There's some truth to that. It depends on what you think of what you think a super team is. See, I mean, technically, I guess you could look at any team in today's NBA. A super team is a team with 3 or more all-stars, right? But this is the thing. Do they have to be an all-star that particular season? Or are you talking like, were they all-stars, like, is their play close to what they were in their all-star seasons, or just because they were all-stars in the past? That's my thing with the Bucks. Like, look, Dame, absolutely. Giannis, absolutely. Chris Middleton, I mean, I can see the argument people are making about him, and he has been an all-star, but to me, he's more of like a, Chris Middleton to me is more like a replacement all-star. If somebody gets hurt, then, he might get voted in. Or sometimes, if other guys are having weak years or injury problems, then the strength of Bucks fans might be able to get Chris Middleton on the ballot. But then again, you could say, well, whatever, Mike, they're still an all-star. So, I mean, I can see an argument for the Bucks being a super team. I can see it. But, I don't know. It's just, I look at the way the fans have treated the Bucks over the years, questioning Giannis's real true skills, saying the Bucks only won because this team got hurt, that team got hurt, this team got hurt. So over the years, when I hear people say that, okay, now only when it benefits you, you want to call this a super team now. So, like I said, I can see the argument. For the Boston Celtics, I can definitely see the argument for them. I mean, you got Jason Tatum, all right? They're trying to make him the best player since Bird. Then, of course, you got Jaylen Brown, although he only could seem to be able to dribble properly with one hand, his right hand, but I mean, hell, his contract definitely stipulates he's a superstar, making that much money, right? Or at least he's making superstar money. And they got Drew Holiday. So, I mean, Drew to me is, he was an all-star last year, I believe, right? So he's a reigning all-star. So that's 3 legitimate all-stars. Al Horford, I don't know if you include him. He's well past his prime. But he has been an all-star in the past. Then I think I'm missing somebody. I know Kristaps Porzingis is on the team. Let me look at something. Look at the Boston Celtics. Excuse me. Okay, you got Kristaps Porzingis, and I'm trying to remember whether he was an All-Star last year. I think he was, or was he hurt? I just can't. Let me see. I can't remember. Why am I not seeing his name up here? Oh, that's last year's roster. That's why. All right. So this year with the Boston Celtics, of course, you have Porzingis, Drew Holiday, Derek White, Tatum, and Brown. And Porzingis, I believe he was an All-Star last year. No, he wasn't. He wasn't. As a matter of fact, he's only been an All-Star once. That's 2017-18. But he's an All-Star level player. 23.2 points, 8.4 rebounds, 2.7 assists. Last year, 49.8% shooting, and 38.5% from the charity stripe, 85% from the free throw line. So he had a strong season. Just wasn't quite an all-star. And Derek White is a guy that could be starting on other teams. Derek White's strongest season was 2020-21 with the Spurs, over 15 points a game. And with the Boston Celtics, man, he's been balling. 46% shooting from the floor, 38% from three. But, man, it's like from the way he plays, whenever I'm watching him, I'm thinking he's shooting like 58% from the floor and 48% from three. So, look, when you look at Boston, that's three legitimate all-stars right now. Porzingis playing a larger market if he stays as productive as he did last year. That's four. Potential all-stars. That would be a super team. Most definitely. Phoenix is actually sort of downgraded a little bit as far as his star power because, of course, they traded DeAndre Ayton. He's with Portland. And their current big, I'm looking at their big players. Kevin Durant, perennial. Beal, perennial. Booker, perennials. That's three. Then, of course, you got Eric Gordon. Now, of course, he's not an all-star. Never has been. But he did have a stretch, Gordon, between 2010 and 2018, where he averaged almost 17 points a game. So he's not quite an all-star, but he was, in his prime, a very capable scorer, more than capable scorer. So you got three superstars on your team. I still got to give it to Phoenix, man, as far as superstar power. I mean, you got KD, right? I mean, KD... I still put KD probably close to his prime. KD can go through stretches of a season where over the last couple of years, when he was healthy, he was an MVP candidate, legitimate MVP candidate. Devin Booker, as much as he annoys me with his whining to the refs, right? Devin Booker has had stretches now, not whole like half seasons or 2-3 months. But he's had stretches where you could argue he's a top 5 player in the game. Stretches as far as offensive output, right? Now, Bradley Beal, to me, I don't know, he's rather inconsistent. But to me, Phoenix now has a lot more depth. They added Bobo, Damian Lee, Eric Gordon. They got Grayson Allen now from the Bucks, even though Grayson Allen, at least so far for his career, has been inconsistent. But it wouldn't surprise me now all of a sudden, with all these different scorers around him, and he don't have to create his own shot as much. I would all of a sudden, watch Grayson Allen have this fluky year where he shoots like 50% from three or some shit. Watch this bullshit. But anyway, and plus Kevin Durant just got this history, man. Kevin Durant just has this history, unlike Giannis, of always wanting to be on teams with all these great players and shoes around him. I mean, I'll never forget the interviews that he gave back in 2016 after he joined the Warriors. And the main thing I remember him always saying was, man, I just know it'll be so much easier for me on the Warriors. It'll make life so much easier for me. And that's always been his mindset, is putting together a team. And KD had input, from what I heard, on putting this team together in Phoenix. Everybody was talking about LeBron the GM, but KD's not far behind. But he has input in putting a team around him that he thinks is going to make it easier for him. So all he has to do is go out there and ball, contribute, and he don't have to. I'm not saying that he don't have to worry about doing other stuff, but he wants a team around him that's capable of winning a championship. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the problem I have with KD and LeBron is that these guys are such deck stackers, man. It's like, damn. Like, I mean, back in the day, players just want to be on teams that were competitive. Now, these guys want to be on teams that stack the deck against the rest of the NBA. And, unfortunately, that's not good for competition in the league. It's good for the people who are fans of these players and these organizations, but not for people who are fans of 25 other teams in the league. But that's just my opinion, at least. Tell me what you guys think.